kaiju, Dragon Ball, Pokemon, and more. It's Steven's Toy Reviews.
Hello there, collectors, it's Steven here, and welcome to my kickoff video for Terror of Cyber Kaiju. That's right, Terror of Cyber Kaiju. Earlier this year, we did the Stay-at-Home Cyber Kaiju event, and this is going to be the sequel. Because, you know, with the first Mechagodzilla movie, the sequel was Terror of Mechagodzilla, and this is the sequel to Cyber Kaiju, so this is Terror of Cyber Kaiju at Halloween time. Man, I get paid the big bucks. Anyway, my first video is going to be something pretty fun. We're going to get dressed up for Halloween, and we are going to be taking a look at, I'm going to butcher this, Ohonneko Fantastic Beasts The Big Dinosaur by K2 Toy. Yeah, fun. So basically we get kitty cats dressed up as Godzilla and Little Godzilla. Oh, isn't that cute? So I'm just going to go ahead and, Godzilla and Little Godzilla just to make things easier. Okay. So here we have a nice reference to the most famous kaiju and his little boy ever. And it's just in time for Halloween. The best part about this is we have teasers for some other kaiju, which I'll reference later on in this video, and it continues on with that designer toys for Godzilla, but not quite Godzilla. We have Major Chen stuff, and this is just a continuation, a nice complimentary piece. So, is this one going to be worth the purchase? Pre-orders are kind of sold out everywhere, and you got to pay aftermarket now. So, let's take a look to see whether or not the Big Dinosaur is worth adding to your collection. First thing that I really want to talk about here, similar to the Major Chen Godzilla, Nozilla stuff, is the packaging, because what's really cool here is that it's presented in somewhat collector-friendly fashion. But it's a blister card. Let's talk about it. So here we get a nice look at everything we're going to be getting here. We get a look at Godzilla and Little Godzilla, and then there is the little collar that Godzilla is going to be wearing with the bell, the jingly bell on it, which that's the only thing that I need in my home. Another cat or cat-like thing with a bell. Thank you, Shelly. Oh, speaking of Shelly, stay tuned. So that is unfortunately going to be something we'll talk about in a minute with that collar. The packaging design is pretty straightforward on the front. On the back, we don't get a whole lot of information except for the series, Fantastic Beasts, product name, the Big Dinosaur, the material that it's made out of. We get some information on the bottom here, including K2 Toy. Follow on Facebook and Instagram. Just a little bit of a tip. Make sure that you're indicating those are specifically where you can follow you on Facebook or Instagram. Don't just necessarily put the logos. Not calling them out here. Just wanted to give you a hint for design purposes, should any of you be looking for that. Anyway, the overall packaging design is pretty neat, and since the actual plastic, the clamshell, is held on by 3 sides with staples, you can actually remove 2 of the staples, and you can just slide the cardboard out and keep the 1 staple in place, so this way you can put the figures back in the packaging with no issues. Pretty cool. After you go ahead and take the collar accessory out, okay, that's kind of a pain, but you have to untangle it and untie it, and you can just kind of use a square knot if you want on the back of Godzilla, and you get that all nice and squared away. We are good to go for the review. Now, I will say that this looks pretty fun. There's only one small issue with the paint, and that's going to be on Godzilla's left cheek. It looks like there's a little bit of a white overspray on mine, but otherwise everything actually does look pretty good here. The sculpted detail on the Godzilla suit looks very, very good, very reminiscent of the actual Godzilla design. We do have the cat eyes, which are actually translucent plastic that give this figure a little bit of life. The Godzilla eyes on the costume look pretty fun. They're painted well, and they're actually looking in the same forward direction. I'm not going to go there this video. And the paint application for the ears is just fine as well. The pawsies look very good. We have the little toe beans. Good there. Everything looks nice. The collar, I will say that one end of the little rope material is a little bit frayed on mine, but not really all that big of an issue. And yes, the bell does actually ring. So if you want that feature, congratulations, you're going to get it. The dorsal plates have nicely applied silver paint with no issues. And something that I didn't make mention in the packaging section, everything that you get in this packaging actually comes with protective plastic. So this way, in transit, the plastic won't get scratched up or dinged, which is very nice. So hey, kudos to you. Overall, Godzilla here looks very nice. Now transitioning over to Little Godzilla, which I don't think super duper high focused macro photography is warranted here. We can just do a 360 spin view of this little guy. It's so precious. Following in the footsteps of big old daddy Godzilla, this little critter looks very, very nice. I really do like the color green that they used. For whatever reason, that color speaks to me. I would really, really like to actually see a Godzilla figure using this color green, but I digress. This little Godzilla is kind of scared. Might be his first little Halloween. He's got the squinty eyes, like it so much. The paint application on the face. It's not just white. We have a little bit of pink to show off the rosiness of maybe a little kitten there. Oh, isn't it so cute? Once again, we have nicely sculpted details for the little Godzilla. Teeth look very good. Little toe beans look just fine. And the dorsal plates on the back are a nice bone color that we're going to also use for the claws. Little Godzilla looks just nice as well. Now, talking about articulation here, Little Godzilla is just going to have a head swivel. So that neck is just going to spin around, and you're going to be just fine there. Nothing really, really complicated. Now, moving over to Godzilla, we are going to have a swivel at the neck, so this way you can spin the head around. Though do take note, depending on how you tie up the collar, that may shift around with it. So just be careful for rubbing and fraying of that rope that is used for the collar. We do also have shoulder swivels, so this way you can move the arms around a little bit. Pretty cool. Now we'll go ahead and move right on over to a size comparison to keep the beats going here because we're almost done. And as you can see, fits in just well enough with your other vinyl figures or your other kaiju stuff. Or hey, maybe this is going to be your exception and you want to display this alongside Goku. You can do that just as well. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. Even though this isn't intended to be a Halloween release, cool. This fits just fine enough for a trick-or-treat theme. We have maybe a father-son, mother-daughter going out as Godzilla and Little Godzilla, and that's just awesome. Also take note, this is the Fantastic Beasts series. There have been teasers for Mechagodzilla, King Ghidorah, and most importantly, Mothra. Pretty cool. So if you're a fan of the designer vinyls, then yeah, absolutely, this is going to be one for you. Do take note, prices are going to be about $70 if you were able to get one of these, and pre-orders and orders are pretty much sold out everywhere. So make sure you hop on the train as soon as these get announced. You can check these out at things like Strange Cat Toys and My Plastic Heart. Not an affiliate or sponsor drop. Just telling you where you can get them if you're in the US. If you're in the UK, just throw these into Google and you'll be able to find it. All right. So, generally speaking, for me, it's a win. Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now, you've heard a lot from me. I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up. Thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand selected for you, so if you want to watch another STR video, I hand selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.